Kobe and Ray Allen beefed so hard that something Allen said haunted Kobe for years. Let's look at some of the biggest and wildest beefs in NBA history. Back in 2010, LeBron James became public enemy number one when he formed a super team in Miami, but no one was more pissed with LeBron's move than Paul Pierce. See, LeBron's been stealing Pierce's spotlight ever since he was a rookie, and I don't think even LeBron realized it. When Pierce finally began to establish himself as a star in the early 2000s, most people considered him the best small forward in the East, or even the league as a whole, until LeBron came in 2003. While Pierce did dominate LeBron his rookie year, it was short-lived. James beat Pierce in 9 of their next 10 matchups, which led to Pierce calling for backup. He'd get his revenge by knocking out LeBron in the playoffs for 2 straight years. But again, Pierce's domination was brief. This time it was LeBron's turn to knock out Pierce in the playoffs for 2 years in a row, giving us this now famous meme, and he even embarrassed Pierce after he said he'd guard LeBron in the playoffs. Years later, when Pierce had his jersey retired, LeBron made sure that wouldn't be the last thing Celtics fans remember that night. But at least their beef only started in the NBA, unlike Joel Embiid and Marcus Smart, who've been beefing since college, and it's still ongoing to this day. It all started when Smart busted out a backflip on the Jayhawks logo. Embiid wasn't a fan and had to show him a year later that it wasn't a very smart celebration, pun intended. In fact, Embiid's first ever post on Instagram was a direct shot at Smart. Their beef only got worse when they were drafted on rival teams, and in the 2018 playoffs, Embiid tried to end Smart's career by stepping on his injured thumb and kicked him in the nuts. Smart clearly didn't forgive and forget, because when the two faced off for the first time the next season, Smart did this. But it doesn't end there. 3 years later, Embiid tried to get revenge by yanking Smart's arm. Smart retaliated by going for Embiid's legs, and even said post-game he cracked his head open.
Yeah, I could have cracked his head open.
Let's hope Smart's statement doesn't become a reality, unlike the Ray Allen said about Kobe and their beef that haunted Kobe for years. Keep in mind, Allen and Kobe's bad blood started even before they played in the NBA, when Allen got the acting role and he got game only because Kobe rejected it. Then in the random preseason game in 2004, Allen suddenly went off on Kobe and predicted 3 things. Kobe would get selfish, would never get along with his teammates, and would only win if he got 2 All-Stars. Crazy part is, all of it came true, and it pissed off Kobe for years. He took more shots than any 2 of his teammates combined for 2 straight seasons. Kobe said it himself, he didn't like his teammates, and the Lakers only became contenders once they got Gasol, Bynum, and Odom. Kobe and Ray Allen eventually squashed their beef towards the end of their careers though, but it'll always be wild that Ray Allen once got so angry that he actually activated wizard mode and predicted the future.